Introducing new for this season is a new Prologic ENS system. ENS stands for Easy Night System. This is going to really appeal to the guys who are doing quick overnighters, want to travel light, stay mobile, where weight and hunking all the gear around the lake is going to be a big issue. Now, you may think it's a bed chair. It's got nothing to do with a bed chair. The actual ENS system is inside. Let's take a look. So basically there it is. This is how light, mobile and compact this is. This is an overnight shelter going to protect you from a downpour of rain. For the guys who like fishing under the stars, you've got to be worth carrying one of these with you. How many times are you set up at night and it's been an evening or a daytime like this, then all of a sudden Mother Nature throws a worse at you. This weighs absolutely nothing and it's going to offer you the best protection you've got without having to lunk a bivvy around the lake. Okay, so this is the ENS system. Let's take it out of the bag, have a look at what's inside. So we get a good set of good bivvy pegs, 2 support poles, then the actual shelter itself. Now remember, this is made to be a light, convenient shelter, a quick session shelter. This ain't a bivvy, so you've got to stay light and mobile with this. We're not trying to offer you the same protection as a bivvy, but if the weather takes a turn for the worse, there's a lot of anglers this is going to appeal to. And taking it out of the bag, basically just be careful now because this is spring loaded. It wants to pop out, so just keep your hands on it and let it unfold. First of all, put the 2 support poles in place. One there and one there. This gives it a bit of rigidity so it isn't going to collapse in on you. It stops that happening. Basically then at the other end, we've got 2 clips which actually mount to the bed chair. Now this is going to fit most bed chairs on the market, so if you've got a small, medium-sized bed chair, this ain't going to be a problem. Again, the idea behind this was to be light and mobile, so forget using it on your big bed chairs. You know, this is for the angler who wants to be moving around the lake. Weight and lunking his gear around is going to be issues. So he's scaled down already. He's probably bought one of our lightest bed chairs on the market. This is a concept that he wants to be looking at. This one's centre zip down the centre. All I'm going to do now, obviously the wind's blowing this way, so I'm just going to peg the back down before we go any further. Now at either end you'll see what we call the fishtail, so just peg this out nice and tight, keeping the material tightish at both ends. Okay, while we're on the back, we'll just finish pegging that in. Take note, it's got a really generous ventilation panel at the back here. So even though it's been designed for quick overnighters, you know, we've put a little bit of comfort in there. A day like today where it's baking red hot, you might want to use this instead of the rain to make some shade. Get out there, protection from the sun, you know, so at least you're going to benefit from the through draft coming through as well. So here we are at the front now. Now basically we have one central zip, so you can choose which way you want to come in from it. You can extend this out basically to, again, baffle the wind from you. So if the wind's coming from that way, you can pull that side out and use it as a windbreak. But first peg that goes in the front is on the door. So pull that out. So that's it in place. Now you can see already, you know, this is quite sturdy for a pop-up shelter. This is quite sturdy. If the wind gets up, you know, we've got the little gaps in the end. We've taken this into account. It's protecting you and what's inside. So don't be worried about the little gaps at the end. This allows the wind to channel through it. So if it's absolutely howling, this ain't going to take off. Okay, you're already aware now of the rear ventilation and the front mosquito panel, so we're going to get the through draft that way. But we've thought even better about this. What if it's coming from left to right? Just under this little Velcro panel, we've got a stiff hinge bracket. Basically, that Velcro's in place, and there's mosquito panel under there. Now, there's the same on the other side, so even if the wind's coming left to right, or at every point of the compass, you are going to get the ventilation if it's required. I'm going to take a closer look at the entrance of this now. Now, basically, we have got the central zip. Now basically this can be opened up to give you 2-stage protection. So we roll the panel back. And it's simply, one of the little toggles just locks in place like so. So you still can get in quick, nice and easy. Then you've got room, basically both sides of the bed to put store gear. Now we can take it a stage further. and we can roll it back fully. Again, little toggle in place to lock it off, and you've still got enough protection under there to get your carry-alls, get your bait, get all your gear in there. You know, there's enough room behind the bed chair as well to lay a 12-foot hold all down. Okay, so you can see the concept of this ENS shelter. Basically now I've got all my luggage there, a good 40 litre carry-all, bait bucket. There's room for all your gear to be stored under here to be kept out of the elements. Also room behind the bed chair. I can easily get my 12-foot hold all in there. You know, taking it a stage further, we have a little pocket inside, so like we all do, you always lose your phone and your keys. So there's a nice little pocket in the doorway to store those, keep those in there so you know exactly where they are. Now it looks like it's going to get a bit hot this evening, so all that's left for me to do is zip myself up in here, because if the mosquitoes are about, God, they like to bite me. And there we have the ENS shelter from Prologic. No bugs are going to get in here to have a nibble on me, but should it open up and absolutely chuck it down tonight, at least I've got some protection. I'm going to be waking up with a smile on my face in the morning. If you're sleeping out on your bed chair tonight on your just your sleeping bag, good luck guys. I know I'm going to be investing in an ENS shelter. Okay, so I got here to the lake this morning, popped the shelter up as quick as I can. I've set the rods up. I've been fishing a few hours now, and I've just seen the new winds come in and the fish are moving on the opposite side of the lake. So now I'm going to pack this up as quick as I can, made easy with the ENS shelter. So I'm going to pack this away now and get on them fish. All the pegs were removed, all my doors and windows shut down. Just pop the vents in at the end. Remove the 2 brace poles, unclip it from the bed chair. Okay, now so the ENS shelter's all unpegged. Before we start packing this down, just one thing to remember. At one end there's this strap. As we're taking this through the procedure, just try and keep your eye on this strap, and if it gets tucked away in the material, pull it out. You'll see why at the end. Now remember at the beginning I said hold on to this black strap. This is what holds it all together. Time to put this in the bag, go catch some fish.